All right, guys, welcome back to the Regal Gentleman Studio, and today we've got Spencer in the chair. How are you doing, bud?
Not so bad, thank you.
Good. So what are we doing today then, mate? What's the plan?
It's all coming off.
Oh, okay. What are you thinking?
Very short, like short back and sides, keep some on top with some curls. I've got some photos.
Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, what are you thinking? Yeah?
So, something a bit like this.
Okay.
Bit less of a fade than that, but that's sort of on the top, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Basically, I can't cope with this amount of hair, so I can never wear it back.
Okay.
Well, I can never wear it down, I'm always wearing it back.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to recede quite severely.
Oh, okay.
Just noticed I lose a lot of hair in the shower.
I can imagine, yeah.
But
got a lot of
lately, but lately it's been a lot more than normal. So I don't like wearing it up anymore. And because I have to wear it up because there's so much of it, probably 7 days a week, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's just time for a change.
Oh, so
this was the one I was more leaning towards, but a bit tidier around the back and sides.
Yeah. So I think we're probably better looking more at, because that's curly, but that's not proper curls, mate. That's not your curls,
roughly
mate.
what mine used to do, but I've been doing like the no shampoo, well, not no shampoo, but like curly girl method for years, so it's got curlier.
Yeah.
This has got no product in, so it's just a bit frizzy, but
But you can, I know exactly what's going to happen with that when it gets wet.
So this is it normally, I suppose. So it's kind of that curly normally.
Yeah. It's like a completely different head of hair. It really is. Let me see if I can find something a bit more. So I can find a few more. So back inside, you still want to go short though, yeah?
Just manageable, just something tidy. You know, don't want a skin fade or anything like that, but something that just looks a bit neater. And I'd be happy with that. But I think as soon as that kind of length gets any longer, I'm going to want to trim it. So enough length on top that I could sort of throw it back sometimes or have it down other times would be good. So I'm not necessarily wanting length off the top. It's more just the back and sides.
You're not wanting length?
No, compared to this, definitely.
Right. Okay.
But
okay.
I don't want it to feel like short hair, if that makes sense on top.
Yeah. What, is that too short?
No, that's perfect. That's pretty much what I was looking for when I found that one.
Yeah. That one there. Yeah. Okay. The only problem is
that's spot on.
Yeah. Okay. The only problem is with curls is that they're not that flexible when it comes to putting back and going forwards, because you can't cut that in a way that is going to work for both. If your hair's going backwards, you cut it so the hair falls backwards. If you're going forwards, you cut it so the hair goes forwards.
Yeah.
You could cut it just generically uniform on the top, but then it might not look good either way.
Yeah.
It could look good, really good going forwards, but then it might look a bit dodgy going back, because it's where you keep length, you see. It's like where you keep, like a lot of the styles that you see on curly hair, and you live with it, so you know the flexibility of until you get a lot of length in. But if you're going short enough, like that there, based on your hairline as well, if you pulled that out, that's probably maybe to the tip of his nose, right? And it shrunk back up. So again, your hairline's probably not too far off his. You know, again, if you're pulling it down,
and I'm going to want it down way more than I'm going to want it back. So,
I think it's worth. There's always a compromise, right? And I say this a lot to people, right? There's always a compromise when you are going for a new style, because you can't stick to what you've got now.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that, obviously, we know that's different, but we can't be like, you've got versatility, you tie it up, you push it back, whatever. Yeah, if you want to put a hairband, then you could push it back with a hairband, but for it to actually style backwards or to split in the centre or something, I don't know how good that would look on the sides. I feel like it needs to be cut in. So this is the compromise. Wearing it more forwards 90% of the time, 10% maybe if you want to do something different, but...
if I've got a haircut that I can wear every day that's low maintenance, and anything's going to be low maintenance compared to this, then I'm going to be happy.
Yeah, I mean, curl cream and that's it, mate.
Yeah,
like genuinely, that's all you need to do, especially if you do something along the lines of this. It's so, curly hair has to be cut so heavily into the shape that you then just kind of, fix it up with a bit of curl cream or a definer or something.
Yeah.
So I'd probably say that's going to be the most low maintenance hairstyle you'll get. So
perfect.
All right, cool.
Okay, can I see that one last time? That first
of course,
one? Sorry,
yeah,
I've just forgotten it already. Yeah, spot on.
Do you want to take a picture of my phone on something?
Can I?
Just in case you need to refer back to it.
Yeah, perfect.
I think, So are you definitely sure you want to do it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
100%?
Yeah. Half the reason I booked this in was because I can't back out now. So
you can always back out.
I'm in an iron for years, and it's just about time.
Okay.
I've become, I feel like I'm a walking haircut.
Yeah.
Like,
this is honestly, we've just been having this conversation with the last client. It's like the theme of guys who come in with really long hair just end up telling us that you're just known as the guy with big hair.
Yeah.
Your identity is your hair, which, you know, I always think you should be wearing your hair, not letting your hair wear you.
I
and
agree.
That's kind of what you end up becoming. It's like it's a walking parody of a haircut, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Exactly that, yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly
all right, man. 100% sure?
100% sure, 100%.
Okay. It's basically that's like my confession online, that, mate. Can't back out now. It's all on camera, all right?
I'm really cheesed off of myself as well because I wanted to donate it, but I've just coloured it quite recently and
no way. Oh man, that's a shame. Yeah, I was going to ask you if it was coloured. I was going to ask you that,
recently. I'm really annoyed because otherwise I know waited.
It has to be virgin hair, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh man, I'm gutted for you. There's always another time. There's always next time.
It grows fast.
I was going to say, mate, you've done it once before, you can do it again.
Yeah,
100%.
It grows fast.
All right, man. Well, let's give this a shampoo and a conditioner. Let's just get this back into a bit more moisture. All right.
Perfect.
All right, guys. So we've just had a really big transformation come in, but unfortunately, we couldn't donate the hair, as you can see. Now, we've had some people in this chair who've grown their hair for 5, 10, even 14 years. And everybody always asks in the comments, did you donate the hair? Have you donated the hair? And we try to on each video, but that gave us an idea. We're thinking about launching a series that makes it easier for you to do that. So if you have long hair and want a free haircut and a transformation with me in this chair, and you're happy to donate your hair, you can apply for our new series now. There are just a couple of rules. You must have hair over 7 inches. Ideally more, but that's the minimum amount of length you can use to donate your hair. And you must be happy to go fairly short. We want to donate as much hair as possible. So no tidy up or maintenance trims for this series. Now, we don't know how many of you will apply, but we'll definitely try and get in as many of you as possible so we can donate the maximum together. And we've got something very big planned for the first episode, if a large number of people apply, so please keep an eye out for that. The haircuts will be at this studio, the Regal Gentleman Studio in London. But as we know, travel can be expensive and it can be quite hard to get into London depending on where you're based. So if you apply, let us know that and we'll see what we can do. So please do apply, even if you're not based in the UK, and we'll do what we can to get you here. The link is in all of our bios on here, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, it's all there where you can apply. And let's see how much hair we can donate with this series. Right, so Spencer's hair is all shampooed and conditioned. So we're gonna get onto cutting it off. The chop indeed. Right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to start with the back and sides. I'm going to cut the shape in on the back and sides first, cut the top in. Simple as that.
Wonderful.
Beautiful thing about this is that it's super simple, but it's super effective. I would always say stay basic, fundamentals when working with textured hair, and you'll end up with a really good result. So what do you do for work, Spencer?
Web designer.
Web designer, nice. Client facing or?
I have my own clients, but I also contract for other people as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I've been self-employed for about almost 20 years now.
Nice.
It's great.
Yeah. I'm not far off 20 actually. Yeah. For my, I was self-employed. I think I've been self-employed for 18 years now. I think something like that.
You can't go back, can you?
You can't, mate. No, you can't. It's always nice getting jobs where you know, like a contract job where you sort of paid a salary in a sense. They're nice, but yeah, going back to being employed. There's part of me that sometimes wishes I was, because the holiday pay and the sick pay and, you know, the occasional benefits of like private healthcare and all that sort of things that you don't have to pay for yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're the nice things, but then, you know, I do 20 haircuts or I do 10, I'm still paid the same, aren't I?
Yeah.
That's the downside. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, right, so there we go. So I'm going to cut this in now. Okay, so I'm going to cut it close to the ear, so it's nice and tidy on the neck, but we're still going to build that shape up. All right. I always want to sing that Shania Twain song, First Cut is the Deepest, when I start doing this. I always hate it. It plays in my mind over and over.
It's in my head.
Honestly. Unfortunately, Spencer, you can't see this bit. All right. We have to turn you around for this bit. It becomes a bit of a shock to you. So, first section is 2 finger width, and then we're cutting it down to probably just a bit longer than finger length on the sides and the back. But the main thing is about there. So have you told anyone you're doing this?
Yeah, quite a few people actually.
Have you?
Yeah.
Is that to make sure that you don't back out?
I think so, yeah. Bit of accountability, yeah.
That's it, yeah. Nice. And what's everyone said?
every single girl I've told, apart from one, has been absolutely horrified. And every guy's sort of reacted like, why'd you care so much about your hair? Proper blokes.
Proper stereotype in it, yeah.
Just cut it.
Yeah. It's just hair, man. It'll go bad.
Exactly.
It's not a bad attitude to have, though, in a way.
No,
is it,
not.
you know?
Yeah, I think somewhere in the middle is about right.
Well, do you know what, though? But, you know, when it's all done and it's all cut into a nice shape and you've got the length sitting and the curls are nice and everything, they'll love it. They'll fall back in love with it, I promise you. And even if they don't, it doesn't matter because it's your hair.
Exactly that.
You don't tell them what to do with this.
Exactly. But yeah, it's gotten to the point, say if I'm out at a bar and a girl comes over to talk to me, I don't think she's interested in me anymore. I think she just likes my hair.
I mean, it's probably your hair care routine, mate. Because there was no, I mean, I didn't even use a detangler on your hair. That says everything, you know. I've stood there today and I've detangled it for about 10 minutes on some people, you know what I mean? And
yeah.
I literally just ran my fingers through. I was like, oh, it's fine, actually. I can get cracking on straight away. I don't have to detangle it. So yeah, I think it's probably the hair care routine. Maybe. Have you ever had any girls come over with textured hair and be like, do you do the curly girl method? Have you had anyone come over and say that?
I've had quite a few people come and ask for curl advice.
Have you? Yeah. I mean, it's a great talking point, though, isn't it? Like, it is a really good talking point. He says as he cuts it off.
It will still be curly.
Yeah, it will. Of course it will.
But well, yeah, I mostly get Jesus comments.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
I mean, this hair wasn't that curly. Plus, you've got a pretty cool, you know, goatee beard as well. I'll tell the camera what I said. When Spencer walked in, I was just like, oh my God, you look like Steven Tyler from Aerosmith. That was my first thought, you know, because the facial hair and the big hair and everything else.
Yeah.
I was like, man, what a look.
That's funny because I've had that comment since I was about 20.
Really?
And way before I had long hair. Yeah.
Wow.
Before I had facial hair as well.
I think it's just your facial structure that you've got a similar face to him, if you know what I mean, like a similar look, yeah. And obviously the hair and the all black and the kind of rocker
definitely
sort of look
adds to it. Yeah.
Adds to it, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind being anywhere near as cool as him. But yeah, the strongest no was from my mum.
Oh yeah.
And
I'm surprised by that, actually.
Yeah, I am too.
Mums tend to want you to look short and neat
and
tidy.
Neat and tidy, yeah.
Interesting. I don't think that will. I think sometimes they just see whatever you look good with or you look confident with, and that's kind of where they go, you know?
Yes, yeah. Another reason for cutting off, though, I do struggle a little bit with either psoriasis or seborrheic dermatitis. I'm not sure which it is.
Oh, okay.
And I feel like the weight and the length of the hair makes it worse.
Oh, right,
because I can only wash my hair once a week without destroying it.
Yeah.
I really need to be washing every day to deal with the dermatitis.
I don't know if you have to do every day though, you know. I think you could probably apply some like, what you're probably better doing is applying toners and some tonics to your hair.
Okay.
Try and find something that works for dermatitis or something similar to that in terms of a scalp toner, or even speak to a trichologist. Yeah. That'll be really good, because speaking to them, they'll be able to recommend you what to use, what the best thing to do is. Obviously, you know, as a trichologist, they're not going to recommend you to wash your hair every day, because that's obviously against the sort of the right thing to do in a sense. But it could be worth maybe speaking to a trichologist and finding out what products they could recommend you in terms of toners, tonics for your scalp, things that you can just use without having to wash your hair. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I've been through so many different products over the years.
Yeah, I bet.
My latest thing is zero alcohol stuff to see if that helps.
Yeah. It's probably diet, you know.
I think so.
Probably
too.
not from the scalp. It's probably it's probably an allergy to something that you're eating.
It seems to be yeast.
Fair. Yeast, yeah. There we go.
So I did the carnivore diet for about 6 months,
right?
And it helped.
Yeah.
But it wasn't true carnivore because I still drank beer, and beer's full of yeast. So.
Yeah. Well, no, it does take time. I mean, the thing is, it's one of those kind of, you know, diets do tend to take time for certain things. That you've got to be prepared. You've got to meal prep. You've got to do all that. What I do, I just fast. That's
I do too. I just intermittent.
No, yeah, kind of. I just have one meal a day. That's what I tend to have. Yeah, that's what I've been doing now for the last through probably 2 months, I'd say. I did it for years. I did it for years beforehand, and it was like the leanest I ever got.
Yeah.
And then I tried to go back to eating like 2 meals a day and seeing if I could find a good way of eating, because I was getting to the point where like I was just starving all the time.
Yeah.
I got past that point of it just being unhealthy for me in the end, I think.
Yeah.
And I went back to like eating 2 meals a day, and I just thought I'd try 3, but still sleeping quite small. I just gained weight. So for me, it's my best thing is to fast 1 meal a day. It's the only way I can stay lean. And obviously incorporate gym. But,
yeah. I'm literally doing that right this very moment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to break my fast after this.
Nice.
But yeah, and that's because I'm off to Thailand next week.
Oh, nice, man.
And I just want to get a bit leaner for the beach. But
yeah,
most of my life I've been trying to put weight on.
Oh, all right. And I don't like people like you, Spence. Now, mate, I can look at a cheeseburger, mate. I've gained a pound. Smell one, and I put weight on. You know what I mean?
I can eat 15 of them and gain nothing.
Oh, all right, yeah. I might just slip at this. But I just slip. You might end up with a skin fade today, Spence. You never know. I might not even fade it in.
But that got me teased a lot in life. I spent most of my adult life about 7-8 stone.
I was going to say that there is the flip side to that as well, isn't there? Yeah, of course, yeah.
But no, that's all changed now. I'm 40. So
well, I'm 40 next year, and I don't want to get to that point where like I'm at an uncomfortable weight, because I know I won't be able to shift it. Like I'm struggling now. I'm literally doing the same fasting I was 2 years ago, and it is not dropping off me like it was.
Right.
It literally dropped off me last time. Now it's not. I'm really feeling it now. So I'm like, okay. I'm struggling in the mornings lately, not to eat anything. Really am, which is silly because I've never had breakfast. So I don't know, man. Body just tells you need something. You kind of need it, don't you? I guess. So.
Yeah.
I'll listen to your body sometimes.
Yeah, I'm big into fasting.
So how did you get into like your sort of like your the type of lifestyle that you've got? By the sounds of it, it seems quite healthy, and obviously you can tell by your hair. Your hair is incredible condition. Like. Is it something that you've always been? Have you always been into, like the way you look and your image and stuff like that? Or?
No, not really. I think I'm just a bit of a nerd. So everything that goes on in my life, I just read about it at great length.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah,
absolutely everything.
Nice.
If my phone breaks, I don't take it to the shop to get it fixed. I learn how to fix phones online and fix it. Yeah, I'm just super ADHD.
That's excellent. Yeah, nice. Like that. That's the way it should be, isn't it? It's like a bit like old school, that, isn't it? Really, it's like if you need to get your trousers sort of like taken up, or they're a bit too long, or you had a hole in them.
Yeah.
You'd go and get them fixed, wouldn't you? Because it was quite cheap.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's cheaper to buy a brand new pair.
I know, it's terrible,
than it is to fix them yourself. Fast fashion and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's mad. But yeah, a lot of it was out of necessity, and also probably born of just like losing trust in systems in general. So it's like, if I can do everything myself.
Yeah, fair play, yeah. Don't blame you, mate.
But you can't do everything yourself. And I learned that lesson yesterday when I fixed my laptop, just replaced the speakers on it. And let's say it took me about 4 hours. If I'd have taken that to the shop, it probably would have cost me about 40 quid.
Yeah.
And I can earn a lot more than 40 quid in those 4 hours. So something you become really aware of when you're self-employed, I think.
It is, 100%. 100%.
But yeah, even silly little things like trying to save a tenner on something you've seen online, and you spend 2 hours trying to find that price tenner cheaper.
I'm terrible that I am a kind of guy who throws money at situations though. It's terrible.
If it saves you time, I mean, that's the most valuable currency in life, isn't it?
It is, mate. It is. That's exactly what it does, mate. I'm going to kid myself and pretend it saves me time, yeah. Probably doesn't, mate, to be honest. Pretend. For this purpose, I'll pretend. But I just think, like, if you're an expert at, like, if you're a painter and decorator and that's what you do for a living, you're going to be better than me.
Yeah.
So it's like, I can either do a half-arsed job and probably do it wrong, and not get into all the corners, etc., or pay somebody whose job it is to come around and do it.
Yeah.
I know you still run the risk of them not being great, but I think the risk is slightly better than the risk of me doing it.
Yeah, definitely.
I might be a creative guy, but don't ask me. I'm a good haircutter. That's where we need to stay at. We don't need to stay anywhere else. That's enough. That'll do.
I'm definitely coming to that realization more and more.
I just accept that I'm not. I can put a photo frame up and all that. Don't get me wrong, but. Anything else? I'm better just sticking to cutting hair. They say it's lazy, I tell you it's clever.
Oh, it is, yeah. It's efficient.
It's efficient, yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah, well, I dread to think. I've just got a new office unit.
Oh, yeah.
I've been renovating it myself, and I dread to imagine the lost hours of work that I could have done instead of doing things like painting and building furniture.
Yeah. Do you know what though? I'd say, right, because when I opened my studio in Liverpool, right, me and my missus did it together, and we painted and we kitted it out and we did all that. And do you know what? It took us 4 days, right, and it was four long days.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, the sense of achievement afterwards though was just next level, you know. And I feel like you don't get that when you hire somebody.
Yeah.
There's no sense of achievement when you hire somebody.
And you've made memories there, and you've put your stamp on
exactly
it.
That. Yeah, exactly that. It's yours, isn't it? It's your thing, and that's kind of where you go with it. So,
I think I'd love to do a job like that if I hadn't started on the career path that I'm on. Some sort of carpentry or interior design typey.
Couldn't you do it? Couldn't you just do it as a bit of a sideline project at home until you get good at it?
It's a bit late in life for me to switch careers, I think, at this point. 41.
Cool. It's not really though, is it? I mean,
it's a good 4 years of studying just to be good enough.
Yeah, okay, so that's 45. And then how old do you retire? 20 years later?
I don't think I'll ever retire.
Well, there we go. So you've got 30, 40 years left to do. Just as long as you've been doing your other job for.
Yeah, but a friend of mine's dad's a carpenter, and it's not one of the kind of jobs that you can carry on doing super late into your life, if you know what I mean.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because it's so physical.
Yeah, but is that because he's been doing that job from a young age?
Probably.
Where you've not. So maybe you've got like an extra 10 years in you or something, you know?
Yeah.
It's amazing, really. You can definitely do it.
Yeah.
It just takes a lot of giving up stuff, doesn't it? You know what I mean? Like your comfort zone that you're in now, in a way.
There's one huge freedom I'd have to give up as well. So I can work from anywhere in the world at the moment.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's,
that's the thing that I really, really miss in my job, is being able to work from home.
Yeah.
Because, I stuck on a train this morning for like 3.5 hours or 4 hours, whatever it was. I'm thinking, I can work from home, man. I wouldn't have to do any of this commute. You know what I mean? Like, it's obviously I can never work from home in this particular part of my job.
Yeah.
I can see the appeal.
No,
but then again, I get quite lazy, so I'd probably get overly lazy, and then I probably wouldn't work that efficiently. So I know what I'm like.
It's not an ideal job if you're not a good self-motivator, and I'm not one at all.
No.
I leave everything to the last minute and then stay up all night. That's kind of my way.
A serial procrastinator.
Exactly.
Yeah. But it's not. I've tried to get away from being a procrastinator for years. It's very hard.
Yeah.
It's extremely hard, because I'll do it later. And later just never comes, does it? Until the day before, and you're like,
exactly.
Oh no. I did it with a parking fine yesterday.
Yeah.
My parking fine was up today. The 2 weeks it was up, right? Mm-hmm. And I paid it yesterday. Like, why? Why did I just pay it on the day I got it? Like, why didn't I do it?
1 minute to midnight.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Yeah, I'm on the phone because I can't find it because I put it down somewhere.
I'm going to have to pay the ULEZ, and I definitely will wait the full 3 days, I'm sure of it.
At least we know.
Yeah,
The comfort in that is that we know what we're doing. We know we're doing it. We annoy ourselves for doing it, but at least we know we're doing it. So. Yeah, it's frustrating as sin though, isn't it?
I'm hoping AI is going to get to the point where I can have like a little assistant. An AI assistant.
Well, ChatGPT is pretty much that now, isn't it?
It's pretty much there, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I spent about half an hour of my train journey this morning talking to it.
Yeah.
I've done the whole talking thing now to it as well. It's great.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
I have a little best mate who agrees with you.
I feel the same. It feels like I've got a colleague because I work on my own at
That's
home.
it. Yeah, exactly, that's it.
It even helps me with the work sometimes.
You should never say that. On camera. Doesn't do anything for your work.
No, nothing.
Spencer, you don't rely on AI for your work. Don't ruin the illusion.
No.
I mean, my emails are very articulate nowadays. You know what I mean? But that is just because I went to college and learned it. Okay, that's not ChatGPT. Will AI replace me one day?
I wonder if your channel attracts people slightly more on the neurodivergence side of things.
Probably, I would imagine so with the type of work we do. Yeah, I'd say so a little bit. Yeah, yeah. Especially the ASMR element of it as well, that kind of like the brown noise almost, not the white noise,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can watch hours of this sort of thing. Same with like car washing.
Do you know what mine is? Have you seen the guy who cleans the hooves of the horses?
Oh, he's brilliant, yeah.
Legend.
Yeah.
Who'd have thought, Who thought I'd be lying there? Like, I love the term midnight brain. I think that is brilliant. I heard it on a Luke Combs song the other day. He talked about midnight brain. I was like, that is just brilliant. Because I find myself, if I'm like, if I can't get to sleep, if I'm here in the like when I stay over in the hotel, I can't get to sleep. I end up putting YouTube on, and I'm watching it like that, and I'm like, when did I ever think watching a horse get his hooves clean would be like entertainment? But my God, it is so entertaining. It's
so
ridiculous.
satisfying.
It really
when
is,
they get rid of all that bad colour.
Yeah,
off,
yeah,
it's perfect shavings.
Like the scooping of it is just, oh man, it's just mesmerising.
Yeah.
We are talking about a horse getting his hooves cleaned, dear life, but it's amazing though. When you think about it, like it really is.
Yeah.
Right. So. I'm just going to put a little bit of serum in there as well, okay? Now what you could do at home, put your cream in, just leave it to dry and just let everything just soak in and build up into that curl, and you'll have that exact same shape. It's cut into the same way. Okay? Yep. I'm just going to speed that along a tiny bit, just with a bit of heat, low speed, just to show you sort of a bit more of a finished look, all right?
Yeah.
What I'd like you to do is just lean forward for me if you don't mind. So I want to dry it off completely. I just want to get to about 80% dry. And then let that fall forwards. And then if you turn it to the side, basically the same haircut. Everything just falls in. Okay. So what you're going to do, give that a chance to sort of settle down, let the curls settle in, shrink in.
Yep.
You'll get a couple of bits that look like they're being cut right off, but just give them a chance to settle in, because it's been so long since they've actually been cut that short. Just give them a minute, okay, just to settle in. But that length especially is just like a shorter, more curlier square shape. So when that dries in properly, you'll see what I mean. It's got a lovely curl and a lovely squareness to it as well. So it's just bringing out the best of your curl over anything else. Do you know what I mean? Everything's even all the way down as well, so it all fits in the same length as well. All right. So all we need to do is just let that settle in. Give that a few days to settle. Don't try not to wash it now until like probably Monday or something like that. Maybe if you can, just give it a chance for the oils to settle in. And then you're done, mate. And that's pretty much it, man. I'll show you what it looks like from the back and the side. So again, we've got that length in there. It's all very natural sitting around the edges, so it's still maintaining some of that shape through the bottom. Again, the same as EL's in that bit in that picture. It's still got a little bit of length through the neckline as well. So we want to keep that in there too, and just keep everything sitting natural as best we can. Otherwise, it starts changing the whole look around, and it starts becoming something a little bit different when you leave it. When you take the neckline away, it starts becoming like a tapered hairstyle. To which you lose that kind of model sort of like continuity, what you see on them haircuts where the haircut looks the same all the time. You lose that a little bit. So I didn't want to taper anything too tight or anything. All right, buddy.
Brilliant.
Amazing. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
God, I felt like I was standing on a rug when I was cutting your hair for a bit there. that bit of hair there, I was like, wow.
There's a fair bit of hair.
There's a fair bit of hair, mate. There we go. Cheers, Spencer. Thanks for that, mate.
Thank you very much.